Hi, I'm Flightning, and today I'm going to show you how I modified my FrSky Taranis X7Q radio to have a push-button momentary switch for use in combat mode in Velocidrone. So the way this is going to work, if you're a thumber, you're going to be pushing this button with your index finger like this. But if you're a pincher like me, you're going to want to push it with your middle finger like this. Now I'm using a Taranis X7 radio, but this modification will work for any radio that has a switch already installed. Basically what we're going to do is parallel a push button momentary switch onto an existing switch, so that way the push button switch will close the circuit when the existing toggle switch is in the off position. It's worth noting, some people prefer to put the push button trigger on the left hand, the hand that's controlling the throttle. Since this hand generally moves less than the pitch roll hand on the right side, they find it's a little easier to push the button. Me personally, I put it on the right side because my right hand is usually my trigger hand. But either way, the procedure is going to be the same. The first thing I'm doing here is establishing the continuity of the switch. I've got my probes hooked up to the red and the black wires, and as you can see in this photo, there's no continuity. In the next photo, you'll see that there is continuity. So that means when the switch is in the down position, it is on, and when it's in the up position, it's off. What we're going to do is parallel our switch so that when it's in the off position, we can close that circuit and have a continuity when the push button switch is pressed. The first thing you're going to want to do is start by cutting, prepping the ends of, and tinning two wires. Doesn't matter what color they are, because honestly polarity doesn't even matter. Next, you're going to want to carefully solder one wire to one pole of the switch and the other wire to the other pole of the switch. And this is what it should look like when you're done soldering your two wires to the toggle switch. Next comes the scary part. You're going to want to put a mark where the wires are going to come up out of the body of your radio, and we're going to drill a hole there. You're also going to want to put a mark where approximately where you're going to want your switch to be glued down. So basically just put your hand on the radio and see where the tip of your finger naturally rests on the radio, and put a dot there so you can mark where you're going to put the center of your switch. Next, all you got to do is pass your two wires up through the hole that you drilled, and then begin soldering your two wires to the switch. Again, it does not matter what wire goes to what side of the switch. Polarity does not matter. And this is what it should look like when you're all done soldering your switch to the two wires. What I did was put a little hot glue on the mark we made at our fingertip, and then just press the switch down into the hot glue, and that keeps it in position pretty well. Now here, really quickly, I'm showing you how to program a channel in your radio for the switch. I've quadrupled the speed of this video, so if you need to, you can slow it down. But there's also a lot of information on YouTube and on the internet about how to do this in your radio. This modification really doesn't affect the functionality of the toggle switch, so if you have other RC aircraft or drones or whatever you fly programmed to use that switch, it's not going to be affected by it. As a matter of fact, you can even activate it by pushing the button during flight. Now as you can see here, I'm pushing the button down and the channel is going to 100%, which means that the circuit is being closed and the switch is being activated. The cool thing about the way this is wired, you can still put the toggle switch all the way in the down position and it'll be locked in the on position. Or you can just hold the button down and it'll keep firing for you as well. And that's it, you're done. I hope this video was helpful, I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, just leave it in the comments area. Thanks for watching.